Every curious mind has lots of unanswered questions about our universe and celestial bodies. So, let's begin the question answer session.
Sir, what happens when a star dies?
When a star dies, there is one of several things which can happen. If a star is very, very big, then there is so much of matter sitting in it that it will collapse further because there is no longer heat energy supporting the contraction, in which case it forms something called a supernova. So the inside part of the star collapses and releases so much energy that it rips the outside part of the star. That's the stellar explosion, the huge explosion. Otherwise, stars like our sun won't go through such a violent phase. They'll just quietly settle down and slowly over a period of many billion years become cooler and cooler and cooler. They form what is called a white dwarf. And they also give away the outer shell. It forms what is called a planetary nebula. Some very pretty planetary nebulas in the sky. So those are two of the common end games for a star.
So there are many answers to that question. What the original mass, when the star formed, what the original mass was, the answer to that question will be different.
What is the criterion for a star to become a black hole? Is it related to size or the vacuum it creates after its death or like that? Means does it create a vacuum?
There is no vacuum created. What is needed is that the star must be large enough such that nothing can bear its weight. So it collapses into itself. That is what leads to a black hole.
Mass, actually. More precisely, mass.
Sir, how is the age of the star calculated? Is it related to the gas, its composition of gases or something?
Basically, it has to do with the physics of the manner in which elements are synthesized. This is relatively well known. Okay, and so it's a balance between how these things are synthesized and then how it grows. Okay, how it grows and expands, and once it grows to a certain age, how it looks. Okay, by looks I mean the spectra that it emits. Okay, only information we pretty much have about a star is its spectrum. Okay, sometimes we know its mass. Many times we know its mass by calculating the dynamics of other bodies around it. So you know how big it is and how hot it is. From these two quantities, you can back calculate and say, well, this is how old the star should have been. That's because we've got a fair amount of confidence in the laws of physics that governs these processes, as opposed to things like the Big Bang, where really our understanding of the basic physics and everything is very shaky.
Will there be a time when this new stars stop forming?
A good question again. New stars will stop forming when there is no more free hydrogen and helium gas in the universe. So, in fact, astronomers study what is called this star formation history in the universe. So as you go to older and older, earlier and earlier objects, people find that there is more and more star formation happening. And in the current stage, we know that star formation has decreased, and it's primarily because there is no more gas left. In fact, there are galaxies called elliptical galaxies which have so little gas in them that they practically have no star formation at all.
Thank you.
Actually, the answer to your question is, well, there's a lot of star formation here, but not there. Not so much here. So it varies. Depending upon the local environment, the answer varies.
Sir, but when a star dies, does its hydrogen and helium content get back into the universe? So if this is happening, then there will never arise a situation that no stars are forming.
Well, when a star dies, usually most of its hydrogen is already depleted. It has burned into helium, or helium has burned into carbon, right? Or that process has already taken place, so that most of the original hydrogen in that locality has been consumed by the star. So when it explodes, it doesn't give back any hydrogen to its environment, but rather heavier elements that we are made up of.
And that's only a small fraction of the total mass. Most of the mass will still be in the compact object which is left behind inside the star, like a neutron star or a white dwarf or something.
Thank you, sir.